So the granddaughter here, maternal grandfather and supreme council, morals and dogma. It's a connection. The Albert Pike connection. So it turns out that Helen Keller had a grandfather from his maternal side and the mother's father. And so her grandfather from her mother's side. His name was Charles W. Adams, Scottish Rite Freemason and Sovereign Grand Commander at the Southern Jurisdiction. Now that is the same jurisdiction. At the same time it appears, or at least there's some crossover, as Albert Pike was at the same lodge, the Southern Jurisdiction. And Albert Pike was also a Supreme Council Sovereign Grand Commander, as was Charles W. Adams. They were at the same level, possibly at the same time, at the Southern Jurisdiction of Freemasonry, whose HQ is in Washington, D.C. It's incredible. It's not far from the White House. It's in the capital in terms of being part of this Crown Corporation. These guys are incredibly powerful. Albert Pike was probably the most powerful Freemason, at least that we know of, in the world. He's in the same lodge as Helen Keller's grandfather, the Southern Jurisdiction. So that I love you sign has been passed down to his granddaughter. And does that mean I love you, or does it mean I love you something else? Charles W. Adams, so this is the grandfather of Helen Keller, was an American Confederate States Army colonel during the American Civil War in 1864. He was the commander of the Confederate Northern Subdistrict of Arkansas within the Union Army lines. He had the title, although not the formal rank, of acting brigadier general. Adams was a planter, lawyer and judge before the war, and a lawyer after the war. They all are, because these lawyers are sworn to the Crown, which is Temple Bar in the City of London, which is the corporation. It's the Crown Corporation, which runs the world already. And the Crown is the top level of the Kabbalah Tree of Life, which is Keter, the Crown, the coronavirus, the Crown virus. He was a law partner of the United States Senator William K. Sebastian before the war, and a Confederate Brigadier General and Sovereign Grand Commander of the Scottish Rite of Freemasons Southern Jurisdiction, with Albert Pike. At the same level. After the war, he was the maternal grandfather of Helen Keller. Her grandfather was one of the highest ranking Freemasons in the world, inside the Crown Corporation.